Pre-order. So obviously there's been so much hype, so much build up, discussion about where we're going, what we plan to pre-order versus like probably what actually happened because it was absolute chaos.
That was fun.
Jake, I was in your live stream after we ended our live, and I had Michaela in here with me on the other computer, and we had you on the TV. And then I
Oh,
was
yeah.
live with the guys too, like after the show.
Mhm.
And I just gotta say, she was thoroughly entertained by your your live stream.
Oh,
So
thank
thank
you.
you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
You
it
a
was
fan of the
cool.
finger guns?
Yeah, she enjoyed it.
It's a
was
love it
awesome.
or hate it thing. People that hate it really hate it.
No, the way she was looking at it was like with her eyes, like what the f, but in a good way. And I'm like, right? I'm like, it's great, huh?
That's
But no,
awesome.
yeah, it was really cool. I gotta tell you though, it took us a long time. Eric, you'll be able to tell everybody, but you got yours really quick. It took
Mhm.
us a long time. And my preferred destination didn't work out. So that's kind of what I want to get at. Like, what was our stories and what did we end up getting? So, with that said, is there someone who wants to go first? I could go first, but I usually go last.
I can go.
Mike, please take the stage. Thank you.
So first, I want to say thank you to Jake, because I would have not done my live stream if not for Jake. He basically inspired me to do so because I've seen how he helps everybody with. I've seen how he helped people with from for years now secure PS5 pre-orders, PS4 pre-orders, and all this stuff. Right?
Wait, Mike. I appreciate that. Could you do me a favor and just bump your gain on your mic just a little?
1, 2, testing my check.
Yeah.
That good?
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Okay. So yeah, I wanted to thank first Jake because I wouldn't have done my pre-order or even my Twitter announcement to help people pre-order Nintendo Switch 2 if I weren't inspired by him. He's been doing it for years, and so even when I announced that I was helping people, I always pointed also to Jake, and I had him in my all my videos in the description so that people can also follow him and Elbot. Is it Elbot?
Yeah. Elbot, LeBlor's the times.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Jake, for all you've done for gaming when it comes to helping people get their systems, and because I know it's a frustrating thing, and having somebody out there, selfishly, not selfishly, selfishly watching your back and trying to get, help you out getting switches is something to be looked up to, and that's why I did it because I was motivated by you,
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, and you
yeah.
did a great job with it as well.
Yeah, and so and we had our live stream. I had all the links in the description and everything. And I had like a little list of not to do's. And I learned this from Jake. What not to do. Do not forget about forget about accessories. Go for the Switch only. Once you secure a Switch, and then you can go back to the accessories and stuff like that. All that stuff. Be logged in. Call your bank. All that stuff. Make sure that you're good to go. And so for us, believe it or not, in the live stream, it was surprisingly very smooth. Like surprisingly very smooth. I kept getting people. I ordered mine. Like hundreds of pre-orders went through, including mine. I did mine through Walmart, and my first try went through like right away. I ordered the Switch 2 bundle. I got the Pro controller. I got the. I didn't want to get the stupid wheel accessory, but I still got it because I want to make a video. I ordered all the accessories. I was able to get all of them, just because I want to make videos and unboxing accessories and have them on my channel and stuff. But I also went to GameStop just because I wanted the experience of going in the morning and having. This is my first launch as a content creator, so I wanted to go through the entire experience, not just pre-order online. So I went in the morning to GameStop, made the line, pre-ordered there too, and so yeah, it went very very smooth. At GameStop, I only got the Switch by itself, and I got that for my girls. At Walmart, I got the bundle. I got it for me because we can share now, So I don't need to get two Mario Karts, But it was pretty good. It was a fun night, and it's crazy. I was at GameStop today, and I told the guy like, "Hey, Nintendo Switch 2 did pretty well in the pre-order season." I don't think that is gonna do so well. I think it's gonna flop. I'm like, you do know it, bro. Hey, what is it? 6 million? 6 million Pre-orders
Projected.
projected, and so I'm like, I don't think that's accurate, but I don't just I can't agree or disagree right now because right now it's just the beginning of it. But
That's for the world, right?
yeah. And so I think it's it was a fun night. It was like one of the most fun nights I've had as a content creator. And I thank Jake for helping me help a whole bunch of other people too, because I got a lot of people thank me. Oh, thank you for putting me to Jake, because I was able to pre-order through Jake, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome, man. And that's what he's there for. He's helped me and a whole bunch of other people too. So it was just fun. It was fun.
So, Mike,
Yeah.
are you just going with Mario Kart and the accessories? Did you get any other games?
I got Mario Kart, the accessories. I got Donkey Kong. I got Street Fighter. Um, um, I think that's it. Story of Seasons, because my daughter likes Story of Seasons. I think that's it. When it comes to physical computer, everything I'll just get digital. But physically, I got all the accessories. I got the mouse accessory from GameStop. They're trying to sell me on it. I'm like, okay, I'll just take it. So
Yeah.
and that's it. I do have a 3D printer right behind me, which I am also doing some mouse accessories. I'm going to send all of you one, so you guys can use it for your Switch too.
Oh, cool.
That's funny you mentioned that, because I'm actually making a camera.
A camera? Like, oh, dude, we got to work together then. Because
I need some help with the 3D printing part. And
I got a 3D printer, and I actually have I already printed a little figure of the Cloud from Mario 64, and then the stick, so I can put a camera inside that little Cloud guy.
So yeah, that's actually what I'm doing, and I already have my 1080p cameras that I've ordered in bulk.
Yeah.
From China.
Alibaba.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And then
this camera's gonna be
called. So I just need the Cloud, or actually, I don't even need the Cloud. I just need a stand that will hold the camera.
Yeah.
And then the way I'm gonna do it is that I can sell it to other people. So since there's gonna be no copyright or licensing issues, it's just the stand in the camera, and then you can buy the official Lakitu figure off Amazon or the Nintendo store.
Yeah.
And it's gonna fit in flush.
Yeah.
And then his little fishing pole is gonna hold the camera.
That's good, man. That's good. Let me show you something real quick.
I was gonna say, Jake, why do I have a feeling that this camera's gonna be 2 inches tall and very phallic shaped?
I wish, because if it was a 2-inch figure, it would be cheaper, and that's more than enough. But I had to get the 4.5 inch.
Oh, damn!
Which is huge.
It is.
Oh, Mike, it turned out good.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, man.
Dude, that's thick.
1, 2.
Yeah, you're on.
Oh, yeah.
You could replace that pole with anything.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh my god.
And if you break it in the process, there's always stick fix, my friend.
Yep.
So
Six picks.
it's about 16 inches long.
Yeah, that's overkill, but like 8 times the size that you need. But
yeah,
still good.
So came out pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks nice.
By the way, it's on my Etsy store if you wanna order one.
Nice.
On your Etsy store.
Yeah.
I do have an Etsy store, by the way.
I know
That
you.
doesn't surprise me.
That's not shocking.
That's where you find Joy Mug, only at the Etsy.
Only at the Etsy.
All right, Jake, can you take it away, please, with what you were able to secure?
Yeah, sure. So as Nate mentioned, the big curiosity that was going a little viral there was I pre-ordered what Mike also got, the Joy-Con mouse shell from GameStop, and there is no official image of this, but there was a 3D there was like a render on Reddit, fan-made render that I tweeted along with my receipt to give people an idea. But basically, it's whatever it is, it's going to be something where you can put the Joy-Con in, and it just makes it more like a full mouse.
Yeah.
I was actually, since I tweeted that, able to find a real product with images on Amazon, but it's sold out. But the one that I found on Amazon didn't look exactly like that render. They were more like kind of like circular, I guess, or like rounded. That's what I'm like, rounded. but the same idea. Like you insert the Joy-Con in, and it just fills out your hand more, makes it more comfortable, like a mouse. So
Hmm.
those I don't think is going to be anything crazy because it was $20.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's going to be something to the extent of like the wheels, that you put your Joy-Con in for Mario Kart,
Yeah.
kind of like. You know what I mean? Like kind of pointless, but I think it'll have a little more purpose and functionality than the wheels.
Yeah.
So I got that, and then I actually got the Piranha Plant camera as well.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna mod that one to 1080p too. I'm gonna if I have to cut the plastic under the mouth and then reinstall it so I can swap out the camera, I'm gonna do that. If you guys don't know, the Piranha Plant camera is 480p, and I'm pretty sure it's because Nintendo has a thing where third party, if they want to be officially licensed, they have to nerf their accessories. So Nintendo's ones are the best quality. So it's not that Hori can't afford to make it or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
that Nintendo requires that in order to let them be officially licensed.
Yeah, yeah. Can I add something to what you're saying,
Yeah.
Jake, about the mouse thing? I think it's going to be a lot more looked after than you think, because when I played Metroid with a mouse, and I played Civilization 7 just because Civilization is one that's a PC game that uses the mouse a lot. There was
Yeah.
an issue. There was an issue that arose a lot, and then the guy who's attending the thing, the kiosk, he said, yeah, a lot of people have been talking about that, and is when you use the Joy-Con as a mouse, right? There's no real use for the joystick, because you're just using it as a mouse here, and so when you rest your hand over the joystick, then your fingers tends to kind of hit the joystick, and it'll make the camera move places
Oh,
where you don't want to
you think
move.
you think they would add a patch to disable the joystick
I
when you
mean,
go into mouse mode?
that would be awesome, because I had issues with Metroid and Civilization with that. I'm like, does these joysticks play any part when they're in mouse mode on Metroid? Nope. Does it play a part in Civilization 7? Nope. Because I find myself hitting it, and the camera goes everywhere when I'm trying not to. So I have to put my finger to the back, and it's just very uncomfortable to hold when it comes to like that. So that mouse thing, if if it goes over the joystick, it covers a little bit and makes it like a real mouse. It's a big asset for people to use.
Yeah. Obviously, then you don't have to worry about the patch, and
Yeah.
it'll just probably be more comfortable
Hmm.
in general. So yeah, so I got that's what I pre-ordered. I pre-ordered from Walmart. I got mine about 45 minutes into the drop. And then the next day I went to my GameStop 3 hours after they opened and pre-ordered another one for my friend, and that's when I got the Joy-Con shell.
Nice.
So the GameStop in-person stuff was awesome. And I don't know if we're going to talk about it later, but in terms of more pre-order waves coming, GameStop is one that could definitely do it because they actually went out of their way to make their official tweet that they're canceling scalper orders, and they said that, yet they haven't put more orders up yet. So similar to how Walmart um, had a huge restock 2 days after the pre-order on Saturday, they were in stock for about 6 hours, where that was clearly all the orders where the payment was declined, or people, had buyer's remorse and realized they didn't have the money and canceled it themselves, whatever.
Yeah.
Walmart just put all those orders back up for sale. You're going to see the same thing happen with GameStop when they figure out, it's going to be a little slower than Walmart because, their inventory system and their whole infrastructure is janky as hell. But
Hmm.
once they figure how many they actually have available still, those will go back up online. And GameStop loves the publicity, so I would expect them to like actually announce it so they can get more traffic on their website again, which
Totally.
is going to suck. I mean, the reason GameStop sucks so much is they're a smaller company than any of the other three pre-orders, and they decided to go by themselves, whereas the other companies all went together. So it just crushed GameStop's website. But you'll see them do it, and then obviously Best Buy and Target will do the same thing eventually. They might wait till launch day to do it, but they could just do it at 3 a.m. on a random night. So that's why following on Twitter is important. But I know I've been getting so many questions about when the next wave could come, and I don't have any solid info. So I just wanted to share that to try to, at the beginning of the show here, to try to give you guys some kind of an answer.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Awesome.
Also, there was that little chatter that I've just been listening this whole time. About like GameStop acting like they're Mike's local GameStop being like, oh, I don't think it's going to sell that well because maybe it took them a while to sell out of their pre-order stock or whatever. Because some GameStops took long to know. Some sold out right away and had to turn people away. Some it lasted like a day or two. Jake, didn't you get some information over there about some just some random pre-order numbers at random Walmart stores?
So yeah, I'm going to share that. But I think when I shared it with you a few minutes ago, I just got this information right before the podcast started. I think I misinterpreted it a little bit, so I can provide some clarification on that. Also, GameStop Canada had the same situation as the US, where some stores sold out, some stores didn't. So they redistributed all of their inventory the next day and made it so every single store in their country had stock again. GameStop. They divvied it up. So if one store was sitting on stock, one store sold out quick. They made sure every single store had at least some the next day. And I was hoping they would do that with the US because that was kind of awesome. But what was shared with me right before the stream is basically some info on the Walmart stock numbers, like how many they had. And I originally thought this was like per store, but it might be like per region. I'm going to have to ask some questions about it. But basically, it was showing like whether it was a region or a certain store, they had like 12,000 of each. So it was like 24,000 total, but like in terms of the Mario Kart bundles and the single system. So I don't think it was per store. I think it's per region, but whether a region is a couple states or just like a local cluster of 5 to 6 stores, that's what I'm not sure on. So that would vary greatly upon what those numbers mean. But either way, I think, GameStop had anywhere from like 20 on the low end to like 100 and 140 on the high end at stores. And it looks like Walmart, if you do it average per store, had way more than that. And so I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is like 5 or 6 stores or 10 to 12 stores, but we're probably looking like closer to like 500 to 1,000 per store for Walmart potentially. But again, take all that with a big grain of salt. I got to dive into this a little more, but I wanted to share with you the breaking news.
Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, like, it's probably regional. And I happen to know a regional manager, at least in my area. And so if they base their regions on regional managers, he manages like the upper Midwest of Wisconsin. So that's like a total of like 10 stores or something like that. So if it is per region, and it's again, I only know regional managers. I don't know if every region is that way, but that's a lot of units for.
Yeah, that would still be 1,000. That would be 1,000 plus still.
That's crazy.
And the person that I talk with, whose identity will remain protected always, they know that stuff too. I just have to have a conversation with them.
The reverse 2-inch.
This could be wrong, but it's on a LinkedIn profile.
Oh, you got
post.
the 4 major regions.
No, it looks like there's 5, but
5.
here I'll share.
Sure.
Just
look,
kind of show
Eric is sharing something.
Yeah, right.
What is this, Eric? Who are you?
Yeah, right.
Who gave you
So
this?
This is apparently the regional map for Walmart, according to somebody on LinkedIn who was asked to run the East business unit, according to their LinkedIn profile. So if it's wrong, blame the person on LinkedIn.
No, I'm sure that's right for the regional, but I don't think the numbers I saw were for regions divided that way.
Yeah.
Well, that wouldn't make sense because Walmart sold so many. You know what I mean?
Right.
When Jake knows, even if he's not on the show, I can update you guys on the next episode or whenever he finds out. Just let everyone know what that number, the 12,000, what it meant. All right. Cool. I'll just go over my list quick. Let's get that out of the way. Because so I had a pretty big list of stuff. Couldn't get everything, right? Just the way it is. Got some things I didn't plan to get. Happens. Right now, don't have Fast Fusion. Obviously, that's the eShop game. Gonna have to wait. Don't have Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. That again, eShop title. Gonna have to wait.
Pre-ordered that.
Yeah, pre-order it. But anyways, I mean, look, it would have probably been a game key card. So yeah. It is what it is. So here's what I got, right? I got stuff at 3 different stores, okay? The one I'm most excited about is obviously the in-person midnight launch. This is going to be a haul, all right? I got my Nintendo Switch 2 Mario Kart World Bundle, right? I got the official Switch 2 camera, Tears of the Kingdom Switch 2 edition, needed one of the Switch 2 editions just for testing purposes. So I was just rebuy my favorite game of all time. It's whatever. Got the 3 Zelda amiibo. I'm saying 3 because I'm not convinced that Yonobu actually exists anywhere in the United States. To be fair, I do have someone in Japan who has a pre-order in for me to ship it to me so I can have all 4. But I'm literally not convinced this thing was for sale in the US. I was spamming all the websites. You can't tell me between Eric and me we were able to get 6 Switch 2 pre-orders, but we couldn't find one Yonobu amiibo. Come on.
Right.
What the fuck? Anyways. So I got the 3. Let me see. I got a Switch 2 Pro controller there. I got the GameStop carrying case. We come back to that. I got the charging grip. I think it's the official one. I'm not sure because like the GameStop charging grip is $25 on their website. The official Nintendo charging grip is $40. This one's $35. So I don't know what the hell this one is. It's and maybe they were still listing it at the original because the original price was $35. So maybe they were listing at the original price. I don't really know.
Where did you get that one from?
GameStop, but GameStop's official one's $25.
So when he was looking for the Joy-Con shell, he showed me pictures of that.
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's got like the cheeks.
The cheeks.
Yeah, kind of like the GameCube controller on the charging grip.
The cheeks. I like it.
Dude, I love the cheeks.
Tempered glass screen protector. Right, got that. At Walmart. So this is going to be coming to my house. I'm hoping by 9 a.m. I mean, technically, I got one of the Switch 2 Mario Kart bundles there as well. That's one we're giving away. So maybe it won't arrive at my house. I don't know. I haven't tried to. We have a winner of a giveaway, but the winner of the giveaway wasn't for this one. It was for a standard one, and I think the standard one's at Best Buy, so I can't change the address. So that's gonna be fun. Cyberpunk. No. I mean, like Best Buy doesn't let you change shipping addresses. Oh. No, it's a pain in the ass. Maybe if you call customer support, maybe they'll do it for you.
Enough.
Maybe.
Not my experience.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work, but I know my Walmart one. I know I can because I've done this before with Walmart. Well, you know what? Though that was 2 years ago, so maybe it doesn't work anymore.
You would have better luck there for sure.
The winner was in the U.S., Eric. So I literally told him we could just ship it out the next day.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk 2077 physical, of course. Come on, they didn't have it at GameStop, so I mean, I had to get somewhere else.
That's the one game where the box art looks pretty cool on the red.
Yeah, the red looks so good with that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got 2 extra Pro controllers. I waited over 24 hours. I don't want to hear bitching that I'm stealing them from people. They were literally up for over 24 hours. So I grabbed 2 and we're going to give them away on launch day. So
They've been pretty easy to get.
Yeah. So like people were bitching at me about the Switch shoes. Don't bitch at me about the Pro controllers. They were just up and easy to get.
You son of a bitch.
You son of a
My
bitch.
GameStop still has them. I was there today.
Yeah. Like these aren't, you can find them if you still want them.
Yeah.
But I bought a couple, figured I'd give them away for people who, even if you don't have a Switch 2 on launch day. I don't know, maybe it'll sync and work with Switch 1. I guess we'll find out. We can test it. Best Buy. Chat, please don't get mad at me. You guys on the show, don't get mad at me. I bought Split Fiction. The code in the box.
Whatever.
Yeah. It's fine.
I don't like it. But here's the thing. When I do my stream on the 5th, I want to show one of each kind of box in person so you can see the difference between all the different texts and how they're describing it.
That's like the only acceptable reason. That makes sense.
Yeah. I was going to buy the game probably anyways, but I was going to do it on the eShop. Because they said game share works. So
you just redeem the code and return it.
But the thing is one thing I liked about it is the game I want to try to play with Yulia. I want to see if I can get her into playing it with me. And they said that you could literally just have another person play it who doesn't have the game. So I'm like, and they can be on it. You can be on Switch 1 with game share, and she's got a Switch 1. So like,
that's how all their games work. Like It Takes Two, the same thing.
Yeah. So they're super user friendly. And Joseph Ferris and his whole team, excellent. This is probably going to be up for Game of the Year. So you know what? I knew I was going to pick it up anyways on Switch 2. So I was like, you know what? I need the box. I don't need the box, but I want the box just to show the difference of like what they all look like, because customers get confused when they go to stores with all the text on the boxes. Then
Ferris is so cool.
This is also why don't get mad at me. By the way, I wanted to get Bravely Default for this reason because I needed a game key card. And I wanted to get Bravely Default, but I couldn't get it. It's like sold out everywhere in like 2 seconds.
Not sold out.
Okay, I can't find it.
No, yeah, it hasn't went up for sale yet.
Oh, well, there you go. So
yeah, I'm checking every day.
Me not knowing what the hell's going on with that game, like, well, shit, I need another game key card. And I was like, oh, I'll get Hogwarts Legacy. That's not even available. We don't even know what's happening with Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
It might be digital only. Maybe that's what's going on. And that's why I'm not saying anything. So, got Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. That was the next cheapest game key card at $50.
Have you played the Yakuza games?
I did. I got the experience.
I haven't, no. But I mean, I have it. I'll play it. No, it's whatever.
I did play before that. That was my first time playing it. I loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard good things. So
yeah,
it's become one of my favorite series. So definitely check it out.
I underestimated the series. I gotta say that. I didn't pay too much attention to it.
I mean, it's just like Joycey J, our moderator and co-host of Mike's show. She went and now she's buying Cyberpunk. Had no interest in that before.
Yeah.
Everything she touched there, she's like, "Oh my god, these games are opening my eyes." I'm like, "Yeah."
So with them doing such a great job with Cyberpunk, there's got to be a enhanced Witcher 3 port.
I hope so.
I would think at some point.
Yeah, the only reason I could think maybe not is because they did the Cyberpunk one in house, so chances are they'd want to do the Witcher one in house. And if that's the case, maybe not because they're working on Witcher 4.
Well, they already have, even if they didn't do it themselves, they already have a Switch port.
There's also that Witcher 1 remake that's supposed to be in development. So I think that would be a fantastic candidate to.
Maybe they're going to remake all 3, and so then they're like, "Hey, let's not do that because we're going to bring 3 back in a remake or something later."
Were the first 2 even good? I know they were PC.
Writing, yes. Gameplay.
The gameplay of the first game was rough.
It's rough. 2 is a lot better. It's a huge step forward. Yeah. But the story-wise, those games are they're
based on books, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Well, and by the way, that's what makes me excited for the first one remake because I think they're going to redo the gameplay in it, and that's what excites me. Because I played the first one and it was good. It just
a wacky control scheme.
Yeah, and I did mouse and keyboard, which I think it just made it worse. Actually, I don't even know if there is a good control scheme for that.
There isn't. No.
Here's the thing: the story was so good. You always wanted to know what was next, so you kept playing because they did such a good job with the story. And then Witcher 2 came out, and it was like, all right, well, now I got to see what happens with the story. I got to keep it going. And all of a sudden, dude, this is like a different game. Yeah. This is like an actual video game, and you're like, okay. This is going somewhere. Then they get to 3, and it's like, holy shit. They know how to make video games now. And that actually
minus the way Roach controls the horse. Well, other than that.
But no, that's the thing. I have respect for CD Projekt because I think they started as like a port studio, and they really worked their way up. So I'm happy for them to become the big studio they are today.
Yeah.
Anyways, really happy to support that game and get the physical copy. Have to support basically the only third-party game going physical on day one. Got to support it. I understand, guys, that you can get it on other platforms on sale for cheaper and all that. Of course you can. I don't care.
Well, not only that, but it looks
plays
incredible.
Better on Switch too than like the Steam Deck is what a lot of people have been saying, like Gene Park and stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
Project Red's developer coming out and kind of telling a lie, saying it's the best way to play it portably. I'm like, the ROG Ally X plays it better. But people aren't buying that because that thing's like $1,000 right now.
Yeah. But I played it on Switch at the experience. It played well. It looked beautiful game.
And as I kept trying to tell everyone, old build. It's an old build. It is not the current state of the game. So it's like, all right, cool. Let's see what it's like at launch then. So, anyways, that was my entire haul. Wasn't quite everything. Oh no, sorry. One thing I know I bought. I gotta find my email for it. I bought the official Switch 2 case as well.
The box.
The actual, like, the carrying case, the official one.
Yeah, the little box one.
Yeah, I don't fucking know what it is. I just got the official Nintendo one, and I have the GameStop one. It is what it is. I can't remember where I bought it. Apparently, I put my emails in trash for some reason. I don't know what's going on with me. So I'm trying to, like, dig through my trash right now, but like, hey, I need these numbers. It doesn't matter. It's on my Best Buy account. Eric's going to be the one picking it up if it's at Best Buy. So,
as I just realized that my Best Buys are coming to my house.
That's fine.
No, I know.
Whatever.
I'll go down and pick it up. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, you know what?
What?
And neither got canceled, right?
Not right now.
That's probably why.
He's got 2 orders from Best Buy, 1 standard edition, 1 bundle, and neither are canceled.
Wild.
Stop bringing that into the
world. I do
world.
like to live dangerously.
Considering that we're giving those away, it's pretty dangerous. Because one or both could get canceled. Am I thinking he's a scalper?
I feel like at this point we've got to be in like the safe zone. But
Yeah,
who
maybe.
knows?
Are they from the same store?
I would assume so. I don't know.
Did you do
They
it?
might turn you away there.
No,
one
it's
of them.
literally shipping to my house.
Oh, you did ship to house. Okay.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Oh yeah, then they might not do anything about it.
Yeah, I feel like you're probably
Anyway.
safe at this point. But yeah, pre-orders, man.
If it was for in-store pickup, I'd just be like, well, Eric, then we're just going to go together. And be like, no, it's one for me, one for him. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Best Buy makes you show a barcode that gets generated on your app that can only come from your account.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they make you show your ID that's tied to that account.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
So if you got more than one for in-store pickup, you're
a scalper.
Issues. Yeah.
Scalper. Be like, nah, bro, it's mine. He had the Best Buy Plus membership. He's the only one who can get through the fucking line.
Right.
That's what I was telling the employee to his face. I got in the line before him, and he got through twice, and I didn't even get through once.
So I have a question for you all. Maybe
working
somebody
as
know the
intended.
answer.
It's random. It's a queue.
Yeah.
So I have a question. Maybe Jake or any of you don't know the answer. Because I got asked this question to Ben and what the answer, because it's different for everybody. When they place a pre-order, right? Some stores, what they do is an authorization hold, right? And they hold the money in place. You have to have the money in your bank, and then they release that fund, and then again they charge it they charge a real amount
when they ship it
right before they ship it, right?
Yeah. So everyone does that.
So how long does that pre-authorization hold last? Is it depending on the bank? Is it depending on
it can be a day. It can be like 7 to 10 days. I got it from Walmart and it has not been released.
My Walmart one, both of my Walmart ones. So the game one just got released today, and then my sister one got released. Was it yesterday?
Okay, so it just varies. Okay, that's
it took me a couple days to get the hold to start on my Walmart one too.
Wow, okay, it's a good answer. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah. So and that's how it works. I don't know if Eric's Best Buy holds got held off or not. Whatever it will be. But anyways,
it's on a separate credit card, anyways. So.
Yeah. I think you have the Best Buy one.
Yeah, Best Buy credit card.
Yeah.
Can I sneak a topic in here real quick about a game that I would love to come to Switch to?
Oh, sure.
Just because, Nate, you know that I never play my Portal, and I've been playing.
Is it even
on my PS5 and my Portal like 5 hours a day every day since Friday, or no, since Saturday. More than 5 hours. Because I'm like 20 hours.
Yeah, right.
Player Obscure Expedition 33.
Yeah, great game.
It is. It gives me the same feeling of like playing Final Fantasy VII when I was a little kid, and it is so incredible. It's turn-based combat, but it's all like action-based at the same time.
Hey, Ubisoft,
like the first company to take turn-based and evolve it, so you're constantly your reactions times for everything you do in that game has to be impeccable, and the story isn't written by a 5-year-old, which is so refreshing because I love JRPGs, but it's always the same thing.
Story.
And this is an indie team of 30 people that just like made this incredible experience, and everyone should play it. And if it comes to Switch 2, I will double dip. I'll buy it day one. If there's a collector's edition, I'll be all in.
Yeah,
same here.
Yeah, that team's great. I mean, it reminds me of when the first Hellblade game came out. That was also a bunch of former AAA developers trying to prove that, hey, you don't need these giant budgets to make these amazing AAA-esque games. And that's exactly what this team did. Proven yet again, you don't need $300 million to make a really fucking good game that feels like a AAA video game. Now, experience helps. Absolutely. Like, they actually have a ton of experience, but
they used a lot of contractors too. Like, it wasn't just them making it, but yeah.
Absolutely. It was still on budget. It was for a AAA game, it was pretty budget.
I love that they went turn-based, like old RPG type, like just so nostalgic playing that way with the 3 characters and just kind of,
Look at that, guys. We're on a Nintendo podcast. We couldn't help but bring up Expedition, even though we have a whole topic later about summer announcements. That's okay.
We'll put a pin on it. I just want to sneak it in.
Who hasn't done their list yet?
Right here.
The
Birdman.
Bird.
Yeah, pre-orders. First, I want to echo kind of something that Mike mentioned. Huge shout out to Jake. Super helpful what was a super crazy night, just getting kind of that breakdown of each store, how they do their pre-orders, kind of the rules and the special tips. It took some of the stress out of what was, of course, just a crazy night. Primal fear.
Guys, for those who don't know, after the show last week, we all stayed on and we all were collectively panicking as we couldn't get through the queues. And it was hilarious. Just watch it all. Was like, we can't get through. All right, guys, I can't get my card to go through. I'm like, well, here's the tips from Jake Randall. Blah, blah. We're all watching Jake Randall.
It was wild. And after you guys dipped, I chatted with Stash Man for a bit, and I was telling him that when we've gone over some really memorable console launches on the podcast, telling stories of nostalgia and camping out and all that sort of stuff. This is going to go down as an extremely memorable pre-order launch night for me, just because even though I wasn't there camping out at the store for this one, I was here with you guys in utter chaos, everyone shouting over each other. It's live. Mine's crashing. What the hell? It just kicked me back to 30 minutes. I was at 1 minute in the queue.
That was me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it literally was just, it was hilarious. And unfortunately, I don't know if Sandstorm ended up getting a Switch too. I felt really bad.
You got
he did. Okay, cool deal.
The next day,
Mm-hmm.
you got it.
Because I know we all locked one in, and I felt really bad. But what's real quick before I dive into what I got, funny story is my buddy had texted me. He was my best friend. He was trying to snag a Switch 2 right when pre-orders went live, and I think he was quicker. I think he had like 10-15 seconds on me getting in the queue, and his, like Prime, kicked him back 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and then he just sat there in queue refreshing all the other ones. Couldn't get through to Walmart, couldn't get out of that queue. My wife, after he gave up, he's like, oh man, I don't think I'm going to get one. This sucks. I'm going to have to go camp out at a GameStop down the street. My wife is home, and I'm like, hey, babe, can you see if you could snag one for my buddy? She goes on to Walmart, adds it to cart, and just checks out.
Yeah, they took the queue away after like an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just a wild night and a lot of fun. But the point of this is pre-orders. For me, I kept it fairly simple on pre-order night. I added one little extra thing later on. Pre-order night, I grabbed just the regular Switch 2. I meant to grab the Mario Kart bundle. In the chaos, everyone's shouting it's live. I clicked the regular one and hit add cart and got in queue. And I think I even said, I don't even know what one I got, but there's something I'm in queue for. But I grabbed that. I pre-ordered the physical of Mario Kart World. I grabbed the Switch camera, the Switch 2 Pro controller, and that was it on pre-order night. The next day, I ended up pre-ordering a game that's a little bit more niche. It's No Sleep for Kaname Date. It's from it's the third game in the AI Somnia Files trilogy. I'm a big sucker for some of the point and click style. I just brain farted the visual novel type games. I love like Danganronpa and 999. Yeah. Yep. It's a game just like that. They also ended up confirming that the game supports mouse mode on Switch 2, which is totally rad.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. I'm not worried about Donkey Kong and some of those other big games because I know I'm gonna pre-order them before they come out. I won't forget it. Whereas a game like this, it might slip my mind. So I just wanted to make sure I had it pre-ordered and it's coming to me. But yeah, that was it for me. I kept it simple. I know in the coming days, weeks, or months, that list is going to grow and grow. But for right now, I got my console, my accessories, and the most important game for me at launch, which is Mario Kart.
Yeah, awesome.
Who's that?
Nice.
Eric? Yeah, I'll go.
Eric.
Yeah. So in the wild and chaos that was pre-order night, first off, let's just say Target can go blow it out its ass because that was just absolutely dog shit.
Eric, I'm glad you said that because I have something to add to this when you're done.
Okay.
Target sucks.
Yeah, we tried. We got in there. We were able to barely add our address, and then we got into the cart, and it was like just nope. Okay, cool, whatever. And then we were on Best Buy. and Walmart, and I think I screwed up on Walmart. I think I was in queue with the timer, and I don't know if I was trying to figure out which one I was in, and I think I accidentally closed out of it, and I'm like, shit. So I opened it back up, jumped back into both queues, and I didn't have any time. I'm like, well, fuck, this sucks. Okay, well, so we were waiting for Best Buy to come up and waiting for Best Buy. All of a sudden, I just happened to refresh, and it was like, oh shit, it's there. Click. All right, okay, wait, and oh look, it's I jumped in both queues, and that one just almost popped up instantly for me, and
You fucker.
got the bundle there, and I'm like, cool, this is
I was in
awesome.
queue for like 15 minutes. You just got in right
Yeah,
away.
right. And I was like, yeah, fuck it. Well, why not? I look, all of a sudden, here comes my non-bundle one up. I'm like, all right, cool. Just in case,
Dude,
Did that.
Eric basically turned from sock puppet who
Yeah.
doesn't talk to
Yeah.
John Wick that
Oh,
night,
it was
and was like
pissed me off though too.
messing shit up.
Oh, it
We're
was-
all like panicking, and he's like, "Boom! Pre-order, 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 pre-order."
part that pissed me off though with Best Buy, it's like I already have my credit card information in there. I already have my address in there. Why the fuck do I need to confirm this shit? Damn it.
Yeah, they always do that.
So I was like, fuck you, this is dumb. So yeah, that
It
was part of that.
is, and it is a form of anti-bot protection.
Yeah, I suppose. But during the middle of it, when you're trying to go 50 miles an hour, it's really annoying as shit.
I'm not a fan of the anti-bot stuff that also makes it hard for real.
Real customers.
Real customers, yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
DRM.
Yeah.
DRM's
Yeah.
like actually just worse for real customers than,
Yeah.
than anyone else.
And then so I was sitting there just for shits and gigs. I just refreshed my Walmart,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden I was like, oh, I'm in. All right, cool. So I pre-ordered there too. We get done with that stream. We go to freaking GameStop, and first one's there. I mean, by a long shot.
Yep.
And got a pre-ordered bundle pre-ordered there, along with a screen protector, carrying case, and Pro controller. But yeah, that was my knock on wood. Right now, none of them have been canceled. And please don't cancel them because they're all not for me. They are actually they're not scalped. They're not getting scalped.
All the online ones are my
I'm
giveaways.
throwing that out in the ether.
They're not all for Eric. They're for the eBay users that have paid him $1,000 a piece.
Yes, yeah,
That's
right.
right.
Yes. No, they're not getting
I've
scalped.
seen his listings, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Which, speaking of, that was another thing that kind of was freaking stupid. We were sitting in line at GameStop, and all of a sudden Nate goes, I just wonder what the hell it's going for on eBay. So he looks on eBay. Somebody's charging. They obviously it's one of those check comments, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it's somebody's selling a picture of the goddamn Switch 2 for $550.
They were doing
Like,
that to
Jesus
fuck with the
Christ.
scalper.
Oh, I know they were, but
The problem
Yeah.
was people were buying it.
I know.
The one listing I clicked on, they sold 6 of them. I'm like,
Wow. Wow.
that guy just make bank trying to fuck over scalpers is hilarious.
Yeah.
I hope you better ship that photo, buddy.
Yeah, right. I mean, if he was nice,
Well, they learned a very valuable lesson. Don't buy from scalpers.
well, right?
It might be a
Yeah.
photo.
I mean,
and
that's
it
the
might
thing.
not be a scalper.
You keep the money to teach them.
Yeah.
Don't be trying to buy from scalpers.
Yep.
It's against eBay's terms of service to put a pre-order. You have to have the product physically in hand.
Yeah.
So a more effective way is just report the listing.
Yeah.
But
People were reporting.
that's more fun.
Yeah.
The thing about it is that you report one, it'll cause a retaining reaction, and then you look for more.
People out there, they're not sure who they're more mad at: people who scalp or people who buy from scalpers. Like there's like a debate over who people think is worse because scalpers wouldn't work if people wouldn't buy from them.
I think they're both. They're one is desperate, one is bad.
Yeah.
So all that to just say, I probably spent about $2,200.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Well, I mean,
Well,
1,500 or so comes right back.
Yes, I know.
Well, I mean, technically, no, the GameStop one doesn't. Obviously, you paid that off.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
The
that
other
was
one come
mine
back and then I
That
pay
was
for
mine.
it.
Yeah.
So, God damn it.
Wait, what are you talking about? They're all paid. You're buying mine, remember?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm saying
Oh.
it all goes back to you.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
paying for everything.
So wait, all to say I paid.
Before I forget, the thing about Target is on
Yeah.
launch day, if you still don't have one, all the retailers will come back into stock and they'll sell not only all like canceled orders or whatever, but they'll have more cancellations from payment that gets declined when they go to ship, but they'll also get more stock allocated from Nintendo, and
Mhm.
Target will sell that stock for in-store pickup. And obviously they're the only ones that don't have a queue system, so they get botted easily. So like what you said, Eric, it's
Mhm.
it's just stupid. But on launch day, Target could end up being like what Walmart was. Like Target
Mhm.
could be the GOAT of launch day. The only problem is for all the launch day restocks, we don't know when they're going to go live. I'll be streaming starting at midnight. And last time for PS5 on launch day, Target went live not long after midnight.
Yep.
That's
Mhm.
Eastern time.
Yeah. I was
So-
watching your stream. That's how I got the PS5 was in-store pickup at Walmart.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I expect them to go live before the physical stores open. So that's why like
Mm.
just plan on being up from like midnight, potentially to like 7 or 8 a.m., but it'll probably go live way before that, and then you can go to bed.
Yep.
And that's worst case. That's your plan B.
Yeah. I mean, you got to remember, technically plan B for anyone who doesn't have a pre-order, Nintendo hasn't even done their waves on the My
True.
Nintendo store if you qualify.
Right. I was thinking about doing a chill stream on May 8th, just being like, check your emails.
Yeah, that's all you got.
Yeah, right.
I can't help you. Just check your emails.
Yeah,
you either
right.
signed up or you didn't. You qualified or
It
you
might
didn't.
be kind of fun to like see who's got the email, like when they start sending out, especially
Like,
if they
oh,
don't send them out at the beginning of the day if they're all
pre-ordered, and I
waiting.
got the email. I can get a 5th pre-ordered. Like, okay.
That's the first day of PAX East is the only
I
thing.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Wild day. That's right. You know what's funny? I could be on your stream. I'll be there.
Yeah, right.
That's true. I'm up in New Hampshire.
You up in New Hampshire? Okay. I'm at a hotel like a block away.
Oh,
Vaccine, so all right, let's see here.
Stash.
Stash hasn't gone, right? It's his topic.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So
Here we go.
this
Buckle up.
was
Buckle
just a lot of fun.
Buckle up.
As the guy said, it was pretty crazy after we got off the live stream. We all stayed live. Michaela was in here. This was her first time experiencing something like this. So she's heard from me how it goes because the PS5 pre-orders were nuts. And the way I was able to get one was by brute force and just by continuing to push an order through over and over. And she was doing it at first like once every 30 seconds. I'm like, no, like hammer away at that button, like continuously push it through. That's what you have to do. She's like, really? I'm like, yes. And after it was all said and done, she was like, I'm freaking exhausted. That was crazy. I'm like, I know, right? It's a rush. Like, it's so much fun.
It is.
And, it only happens every so often, obviously. I mean, it's been a long time for Nintendo, but just with consoles in general, like with PS5, that all went down in 2020. So it's been a long time, but it was a lot of fun. The first one we got was at Target.
wow.
And I was shooting for, of course, Best Buy, but first off, Best Buy, what the hell, man? Like the fact that they didn't go live until 30 minutes later was just complete bullshit.
Brutal.
Like, come on, dude.
They
Drop
had
on the ball, bro.
They announced the time and then they didn't hit.
Has it?
It's weird.
I gotta ask, sorry to cut you
Go
off,
ahead.
Stash, but Jake, you do so much of this stuff with like the pre-orders. Has that happened with Best Buy before? Is this like a weird one-off scenario, or is this?
No.
Have you seen this?
No, it's been pretty common. If you look at my channel videos, you just search Jake Randall Best Buy. I have a buying guide that I made in 2021, 2022 about how to use Best Buy to buy a PS5, and all of the tips were still relevant for the Switch 2. They haven't changed a thing.
Interesting.
Best Buy was propping up their new queue system too. They had an improved system.
It's not new.
Trash.
I mean, they might have made
Back end
made some small changes.
I don't know what worked for me.
But it's the same company. They still use the same company. It's called Qit.
Eric,
it's still done pretty much the same way.
Eric, we
believe
all know, we all witnessed what queue. Eric didn't have a queue.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And
Yeah.
Nate's not salty about that at all.
Nah, I
No.
totally wasn't in queue
No.
for 20 minutes. And he didn't even bother to get in queue. Then he clicks the button, and 2 seconds later, oh, I'm in. Bullshit.
Dude, Best Buy hates my IP address or something. I tried to get the camera from there like at 4 a.m. This is like 3.5 hours. It still just put me in a never-ending queue, and it was like readily in stock. I'm like, what is going on? Like, why is it like this for me?
Yeah.
What did I do? And it was funny because back in the day, when people used to ask Best Buy's customer chat like advice for like when like pre-orders were restocking, they started linking my channel, the official Best Buy chat. I got hundreds of DMs of screenshots.
Oh my God.
Yes.
It was kind of sick. I was
Yeah.
like, Best Buy, why? That's sick.
Yeah,
But
but
why
even
don't
Best Buy
you
knows.
let me get through?
We can't answer. Just go to Jake.
I mean, if I had to pick one, I would rather their customer service recommend my YouTube channel than being able to pre-order stuff from them. So I guess I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Any of you retailers, when you're talking to people, you want to suggest Nintendo Prime for all of your latest Switch 2 news. I'm not gonna complain. Anyways, so what else you got, Stash? So you got,
All
you
right.
got Target. Best Buy
Yes.
was on the show.
Yeah, Best Buy, we kept trying and trying. We were in queue. Michaela was in queue. I was in queue. We were on different Wi-Fi. We also had it on our phones, on just our cell phone network. And we just continuously got kicked out. Just total bullshit. Horrible experience with Best Buy as far as getting a console. Walmart definitely delivered the goods. And that is actually where I got the PS5. And again, I've mentioned it before, but to remind everyone, COVID, right? You couldn't get a store pickup. Like you couldn't pick up your PS5 in store because of that. But somehow, some way, I was able to buy my PS5 and pick it up in store. And they said I was the only one that got it delivered to the store. And my Walmart's across the street. When I say across the street, I say it loosely because I live in the mountains. Right? So for me to know I can just drive over to Walmart and grab it first thing on launch day versus, okay, I got to hope that whoever's delivering it can find my house and that they actually deliver it on time. And I just like all this BS. And I'm like, I do not want to deal with any of this. So thankfully I was able to get it over there. Again, they delivered the goods this time. So we got 2 at Walmart. So in total, I had 3 pre-orders. Now, accidentally, one of those pre-orders was on both of my accounts. I thought the other one was on Michaela's. So I'm like, I ain't going to risk it. I'm going to send this
one of
one
each
out into the
SKU,
wild.
or were they the same SKU that was on the same account?
Same SKU.
Oh, yeah.
So I released it into the wild.
That's a smart move. Honestly, so many of the restock that Walmart did 2 days later were from stuff like that.
Yeah, because, you know,
you might get lucky, but it's not worth it. It's not worth risking it.
It's not worth it. It's not worth not getting one on launch day, which takes me to the next part is that I was like, all right, I talked to my cousin, Jim, and he couldn't get one. He tried, he couldn't get one. And I also don't think he is, I don't know, used to what it's like trying to buy an in-demand item on the internet.
Come to the Jake Randall stream. That's it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
Trust
help
me,
like
I
little
know.
grandmas that don't even know how to change the input on their TV get these things.
I think he thinks that I think he underestimates it and thinks it's going to be easy. And
He can buy it like anything. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a lot of people. Dude, you should see the shit people talk about me on Reddit. That's what so many people say.
yeah, he reached out to me a few days before and was like, you know, do you think it's going to like sell out on the first day of the pre-orders? Like, do you think I'll have at least a day? I'm like, no, you'll have seconds. I'm serious. I'm like, I'm dead serious. You have to be there right when it happens. You have to get in queue. That's how these things work. So he didn't get one.
He might have given up too early then.
He might have. He might have
That's a common
again.
thing is people assume it's sold out, and that's why they're getting issues, and they don't realize Best Buy hasn't even dropped yet. You know?
Yeah. And I had a lot of people texting me, asking questions and stuff, but it's like, I got the app open. I'm in queue on my app.
Yeah.
And like,
Get
I don't
away.
want to
Get
leave
away
the
from me.
app. Yeah.
I'm
Because I
busy.
don't want to leave it and then lose my spot because
Right.
I'm
Right.
now in the text message part of my phone.
I just told everyone Facebook Messenger, I can open a new tab.
It was chaos. But again, thankfully we got them at Walmart. But Jim, I ended up saying, hey, you can have my Target one, right? Because I released the one from Walmart into the wild. I was like, I'm going to keep my other Walmart.
Sounds like you're releasing a Pokemon out of
Yeah.
out of your PC box.
Yeah.
It's like, obviously need my Switch 2 on day one.
Mhm.
The Target one was like saying it was going to arrive June 6th to the 11th, somewhere in there.
Yep.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
that
yep,
sucks. Like, that's why I kept going. So I'm like, there's no way in hell I'm sticking with this, but I'll keep it, for somebody else. And so what ended up happening is I was talking to Michaela. I'm like, I have an appointment in the morning that I have to go to the next morning. I'm like, well, I'm very tempted to pack a bag and throw a chair in the car and go straight from that appointment to GameStop because I'm not playing. I need that at midnight, 9 p.m. my time.
Mhm.
So I ended up getting there at I think 8:05 a.m. I stopped to get coffee. I was like, I don't know if I should. Like, I hope I'm going to be okay because 8:05 a.m. it opens at 11 a.m. here, so it was only a few hours before. But I ended up being about 8th in line.
Wow. That's
There was
good.
a ton
It
of
was
people. Though.
crazy for how much people were complaining about the online stuff. People didn't show up for the in person.
I
Yeah.
know.
They
I
were
saw
willing
that.
to waste all their time. Like people did, but not
Mhm.
like the max amount wasn't hit by
It was-
open.
It was very dependent because I had some people messaging me while we were in like my Twitter DMs while we were waiting in our GameStop by ourselves. Like, oh, we see that because I posted a photo of, hey, we're first and second. They're like, you're first and second. There's already 120 people in the line and only 121 consoles, and it was at the same time we were waiting. So I think it's very
The
area.
mall ones were the ones that got 120 for the most part.
Yeah. Mine, I got there at 10 o'clock. It opened at 11. I was 16 in line, and there were like 5 people behind me. They were all able to pre-order, and our local GameStop got like 120 systems in.
I don't
I
even know
went
what
there
happened.
3 hours
Oh,
after
wow.
opening. They had 20 left, and they only got 64.
Because
I'm 45 minutes away from Boston.
when they let us in, there was only like 8 people. And then when I turned around, because it took forever to check me out because their computer broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
I turned around and I'm like, dude, there's like now 20 people here. Where the
right.
fuck did all these people
Where did
come
these people
from?
come from? Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I'm curious to know how it was at my GameStop. Obviously, I was frantically trying to get one online because had I had ample time and known more than a week, I would have requested the day off and been like, okay, well, if I don't get it online, I'll just go to my store. But if I would have called out last minute, everyone at my work would have known I called out to be in line for Switch 2. Like everyone in my and I work remote too, so like me and my coworkers when we're in meetings and stuff, we're always shooting the shit.
Yeah, be like,
and
it
stuff.
sucks. Like I was gonna pretend to be sick to get the Switch too, but now I really am sick.
No,
So I
you
can't even do that now.
you do
Work
that
from there.
TikToker that puts the green screen behind him and rides the bike holding the laptop.
Well, here's the funny part. My supervisor texted me around like 10 p.m. that night and was like, "Hey man, so did you end up snagging one of those Switch 2s?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Hey, me too." And I'm like, "Oh, awesome, man." And he's like, "Yeah, I might have to call out on launch day because I'm so excited for Mario Kart." And I'm typing ha ha ha, and I'm about to say me too, and he's all just kidding. And I was like, "Yeah,
You guys are both not going to be there.
I know. I'm totally calling out for launch.
Can you request it off? It seems far enough.
Yeah,
in advance.
Yeah,
Put it in.
absolutely.
All right.
Yeah,
I
I could.
do.
Does it have to come to this? All right.
Yeah, no, I could use a vacation day.
PTO days are best for console launches and big game
Yeah.
releases. I always had tons of PTO. Like I usually sat on at least 6 weeks at a time of PTO.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, tons. And I would just use it for
you
big
should take
days.
a couple weeks right now and play Player Obscure Expedition 33.
Yeah,
Just
no,
kidding.
I know. I have it. I have the code. I have it on PS5. It's already installed.
It's on Game Pass too
They
for
sent it to
anyone that
me.
has Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly. I actually downloaded it on Game Pass. I
That's what I'm
pre-downloaded
playing
it
it on.
and downloaded Elder Scrolls, and then I got an email with a code for PS5. I was like sick because I would prefer to play it on that
I want to play it.
because I have
I'm
Series
playing.
S.
Yeah, I'm playing it on the Series S, and I'm absolutely loving the game. But before, when the pre-orders for the game first went live, I was like, oh my gosh, this looks like my kind of game. No idea whether or not this was going to be a hit, but it was like $60 for the collector's edition because it's like a more affordable game. So I got the collector's edition. That's why I messaged you guys. I was like, hey, do you guys open your collector's editions? Because part of me wants to keep it sealed because the game turned out to be like an absolute gem.
Oh yeah.
But I'm hating playing on Series S. Nothing to do with Xbox. I'm just really bad, and we talked about this I think last week. I can't wrap my head around the buttons. On
Dude,
ABXY.
it kills me.
The ABXY.
It kills me. I avoid
can't
it if I
do it.
can.
I'm literally hitting B every time I need to dodge.
Button
in this game.
I
remap.
hate it.
I'm like, damn it.
Button remap.
Yep.
Anyways.
All
All
right.
right. So you got one at GameStop, I'm guessing in person.
So yeah, I got in line at GameStop. Long story short, met a lot of very nice people. I brought my Switch with me, thinking I was going to play. I ended up talking with them the whole time. There were some people that actually knew me, which was surprising. That's not happened before. I was
There's like
"Whoa."
no recognizable feature about you.
Yeah, right. Well, they knew me
Why
not
did they
from,
recognize you?
not from in person, but from YouTube. I was like, oh wow.
Yeah.
They knew you guys, of course. They love the podcast. I was like, this is so cool. Yeah, it was very nice.
You're a silver plaque YouTuber now. You're gonna start getting recognized more. It happens.
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet, but I got it right here.
Oh, hell yeah.
Whoa.
So it's exciting. But yeah, the 3 hours went by extremely fast. I just pre-ordered the Mario Kart World there because I want to be able to get it on obviously day one or a day early, basically at 9 p.m. As far as physical goes, I had a lot of people ask me if I was going to buy a Mario Kart World physical because I buy games physical. And just so everyone knows, the answer to that is I will buy it years down the road when it is complete on cart.
And I have all the DLC. It's like what they
Yes.
did with Mario Kart 8.
Exactly. I'll save the 30 now and I'll buy it when it's complete.
Dude, I'm going all digital this gen, and people are pissed at me.
Oh,
It's crazy. I made the mistake of saying that,
Saying it out loud.
and then apparently
Never-
my choices like affect everyone else.
Yeah.
And now
rooting-
no one will make physical games again because Jake Randall.
You guys,
is
you
choosing
know
to go
what? Jake
digital.
Randall's even worse. He's even worse, guys. He's not just going all digital. He's buying every game key card intentionally. All of them.
Screw that.
Every single one.
Damn.
No, but, I mean, the thing is with the Switch 1, I rebuy so many of my games digitally for the convenience. I travel so much, and I've got like 500 cartridges, and I don't want to like lose like
Any of them.
$10,000 worth of games in one trip because I bring on my cartridges. The way I play games, I like to like Netflix it. I like to just go play on a whim. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think the big thing for me is that it sucks missing out on that 9 p.m. Pacific time digital launch for games. You know, people are playing Zelda a night early, and it's like,
Right.
Do I wait for the physical? Do I double dip? Do I just buy it digitally? Like everyone's going to be playing it and talking about it, but
Quad.
it's basically Jake has basically turned into Expedition physical media.
Look, I
you know,
quad
it's the countdown. The end is coming.
I had the digital Japanese one because I could play it a full day early. And then I had the digital US one because I could play it hours early. Why? I already have the Japanese one. What's wrong with you? I don't know. I need
The other
one. And then I had to collect
everything.
And
that
now
really pushed me to go digital is just the fact that like I buy games now that I only buy games that I want to play. That I end up with this backlog of games I haven't touched, and now I've owned them for years. And I think if I go digital only, it'll force me to be a lot more selective and not buy a game till I'm ready to start playing it that day.
There you go.
And
Way to do it.
my girlfriend and I started a bakery this year, and I'm having to put a lot of money into that. And I just want to be able to, since I have that going now, that's also kind of my excuse. Like, all right, this will help me be more responsible with what games
That
I'm
makes
buying
sense.
and stuff like that. I just need to buy what I can handle playing, and my free time is very
Limited.
scarce. Like
Sunflower.
running two businesses basically between a
So you
bakery
get
and
5
YouTube.
years from now, and he's the baker lord.
It's Sunflower Bakery.
He's
Sunflower
got
Bakery.
Sunflower
Oh
Bakery
yeah.
with 17 locations because it's blown up.
Stop in
Sponsored
for a
by
little bit of
Stick
sunshine,
Fix.
Nate.
There you go. When the Wisconsin branch opens up, then I know he made it.
That's the first time anyone's ever said that sentence.
You know,
What?
I should order something for it and have you deliver it to me in person at PAX.
Yeah, you could do that, dude. We've got a we have a May the 4th Star Wars menu. But we could do some stuff. Obviously, it'll be a little after, but we could do some stuff from that for you.
Star Wars would be sick.
Hell
Check
yeah.
out, Jay, check out your DMs.
I need some snacks for the hotel, man.
Hello.
Yeah, Mike, I will.
On X.
Yeah, I need some snacks at the
Right.
hotel. That's quick.
Sliding in.
Dude, it's a unique opportunity. I get to
Yeah.
try a Jake Randall special. Legit.
Yep. And also,
Yummy.
Mother's Day is coming up, and I
And
have
I'm in
permission.
Boston.
We are going to do free cream pies for single moms.
Ooh.
I was gonna
Love
say,
it.
we could say the Jake Randall special and some cookies on top of it.
Jake, does your bakery, do you have like a Instagram page for it or anything like
Yeah,
that?
we do.
Shout it out, brother.
Oh, all right. Well, I appreciate it. It's Sunflower Bakery and Cafe on Instagram. Might be hard to find because we're so new. You know what I mean? You might find other similarly named ones. But if you go to my YouTube channel, it's in my description of my recent live streams and videos, or recent live streams. If you go to my past live streams, you can find it there. We got a Facebook page as well. We're actually going to sell a 4-pack of Finger Gun, Love Bullet, Little Switch, sugar cookies
Nice.
Hell yeah.
during my next live stream that people can buy to ship to home.
That's pretty cool.
Oh,
Hell yeah,
awesome.
guys, check it out.
When's your next live? I gotta
Get your
tune in. I
cream
gotta be-
pies now.
So that will probably be ready by the launch day live stream. If
Fuck
I do like
yeah.
an impromptu one before one, it might not be ready, but
All right, cool. So when Eric's driving my ass back from GameStop at 11 p.m., I'll tune in. We had Jake. Oh shit, they're still for sale. Let's go.
dude, finger guns are always in stock.
Always. I'll even take them on back order if that's what happens. It's fine. As long as they arrive someday.
Okay,
All right.
Hey, we'll take all the orders.
Can we get through this? So Stash at this point had 3 orders to switch to. And that's all we've gotten to so far.
Yeah. So they're
know
all
what, Nate?
they're all
For
spoken
you, when
for
you
now.
come here for PAX, we'll make a Nintendo Prime cookie.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got you, dude.
Oh, we got to selfie that up too, man. Promote the bakery with it.
We need to work on etiquette on this podcast. Not that I'm complaining.
I'm patient.
Yeah, Stash just keeps getting interrupted every 5 seconds he talks.
Yeah.
I do the same thing.
I'll finish up real quick for you guys. So yeah, they're all spoken for now. Someone else has the other one. My friend Christian that I worked with at Lone Depot. I got the Pro controller, of course, got the camera, pre-ordered Cyberpunk physical, Street Fighter 6 Years 1 and 2 physical, Yakuza 0. Now, I will say this is something different from what I've gathered than you guys. All these games and what I just read off, that was all from Best Buy. I'm part of the Best Buy, Pro membership or whatever, the $50 a year thing. And so I posted this on Twitter, but for every $150 you spend on Nintendo Switch, 1 or 2 games or accessories, you get 20 back. And so I can see in my account, like right now, I have $80 back. And it'll come back once these orders are processed. So I'll get $80 in certificates to use, which is great. And I'll probably end up getting the other 20 shortly here. So I did something different that I've never done before, which Nate, earlier you mentioned you can't get some of these games because they're digital, but I pre-ordered Fast Fusion from Best Buy digitally. I pre-ordered the Switch 2 Welcome Tour digitally. I pre-ordered Mario Party
Yeah.
Jamboree,
Yeah, you can do that on the
the upgrade, and the Kirby upgrade digitally because it all adds towards my total to get more
Oh, sure.
rewards back.
Smart. That's smart.
Yeah, well, I tweeted about it. I'm like, people should do this, but I don't know a lot of people on Twitter. I don't have, I don't have a big reach out there. But it's like, guys, this is a great
Good
way to
idea.
save money.
Maybe I'll share it and shout you out. I just gotta write it down so I don't forget.
It's a great way to save money. So I did all that and Donkey Kong Bonanza as well because that falls within the time frame. I think it's from April to I believe it was August 2nd is the timeline. So if you buy something between that time, you can get the $20 back. So if I were to say pre-order a game today that comes out in October, it ain't gonna work because you have to actually pick up the game. The transaction has to go through, especially with Best Buy. So right now I'm at like $80 because I pre-ordered all those digitally. They'll send me the codes day one digitally. And that's it, no big deal. Again, I tried to get Bravely Default, but I've checked daily. It's they're only offering it digital, and I do want to get it physically, despite it being on a game key card. I don't care. I still want to get it. And all those games I'm picking up at Best Buy, so I literally have to be there early, which is why I'm glad what we talked about as far as scheduling for the podcast. Because I got to be there early to actually get mine first, because then I have to jet over to Best Buy, which is not like across the street. I'm going to definitely be going
Which
as
isn't
fast
really
as
across the street.
possible.
You live in the mountains.
Yeah, I mean, it's not across the street from Walmart, or not Walmart, but GameStop where I'm picking up. Like I got to drive down the freeway like 15 to 20 miles.
It's like going to Mordor, basically.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know they're not going to stay open late. If you guys, been to a midnight launch, it's like once people get their stuff, that's when they start closing up shop. And I want to be able to get my games because it's only 9 p.m. here. I want to be able to play those all. So
jet on over.
Yeah, and that's it. That's it. So it worked out good. Thank God I went over to GameStop and got in line, and I can now get it at 9 p.m.